Hi guys, it's me again. As I promised last on my last video, that I will make a video where I talk about trend lines. So I would like you guys to like and subscribe and share the link so that people can also learn how it is done. Okay, now we're going to analyze a CAD JPY. So now we have a chart like this, a blank one. Remember, we don't use indicators. These indicators don't work, guys. So what we're going to use now, we're going to use only price action. Remember, I always trade supply and demand. I only use price action, nothing more than that. Sorry about that, guys. I have sinuses. So nevertheless, so what we're going to do now, we will look for support and resistance. Okay, let me go to monthly and get something better than what I have on weekly. Okay, yeah. Okay, got something. Got something here. Remember, now we on higher time frame, of which is way monthly. Let me make it a little bit bold, since well it is on higher time frame. Make it a bit bold. I used to change colors when I'm on a higher time frame, but it will look a little bit dirty. So let me just make it bold. Okay, in this scenario, what we have a support and resistance. We have a support. Our support is here on line 106,363. Our resistance, our resistance is 106, 363. Our support is 73,806. Okay, so I want to sneeze, but it is a bit far. Okay, so when we look at what happened previous, let me just zoom it. Let me just zoom it from here. And what happened? We have something like this. Remember, we on monthly. We have something like this here, but because of how it is done here, we might have to use a rectangle instead of a trend line. Why I'm saying that? Because of we have a zone here. We have a zone that is currently working. Let me see. Yeah, we have a zone. Let me just make it like this. We have a zone. Where are we going to begin our... Okay, we have a zone. Let me put it here and change the color and make it like this. Okay, guys, sorry. You see our zone. I'm on monthly. Let me go to weekly. Maybe we will get something better than what we have on weekly. On monthly, I meant to say. Yeah, it looks better. It looks better. So now we have a channel like this. You see, the price was just playing around the price was playing around the channel. So what happened here? The price came back. The price came back to the. You see, it was just playing around here for months. It was just moving sideways before it took off here and came back. Went all the way up to what? It came back again. It went all the way up to the resistance. From here, you sell it. It came back all the way down to our what, to our channel. I mean to say to our zone, not channel, it's a zone. Why I'm saying it is a zone, we don't have a place, a precisely place where the price will just turn, but because of a zone, we know that anything that happens inside here, we buy. Whatever that happens inside here, we just buy and put our stop loss below our zone. What happened after buying here? It went all the way up. That was a nice move, and you would have made a lot of money. Okay, let's go. Let's just leave it from here. Let's go to our current price now. We have something like this. We have something like this now. A new channel. I don't know why I'm using the word channel. I mean to say a new zone. But this one is not just a zone. I want to sneeze, yo. Yo, sorry guys. Yeah, it's a bit better now. This one is not just a zone. It is a supply and demand as well. It is a supply and demand. Why I'm saying that? Where is it? Okay. Why I'm saying it is a supply and demand. Look at what was happening here. We have a series of small candlesticks. This thing proves that the equilibrium is very, very, very much imbalanced. Why I'm saying so? Look at this. Look at this. As you can see, the candlesticks. Then look at this one. That was the longest candlestick. Look, for months we had no such candlestick like this one. You see, a long candlestick, only one that was against the trend. That was also supply and demand. Another long one. You see. Okay, by identifying this place, you know that immediately the price get back here, you sell. You sell. Remember, it was a downtrend. They paused the market for I think 2 to 3 months to 2 to 4 months approximately. The price was just roaming around. Then the price decided to go all the way down. Why? Because of we have something like news here. We have events. We normally don't have candlesticks like this one unless there's something in the market. Okay, let's get into action. Remember, I wanted to introduce you to Trendline, guys, to the use of Trendlines. Alright, remember, I'm on weekly. I emphasize this one. I normally trade on weekly, guys. It's weekly, daily H4. So remember, hence I told you, yeah, hence I told you here. I remember, hence I told you here. Wait. Remember, I told you that by identifying this, you know that immediately when the price get back here, you sell. Look at what happened here. The price got back here. You sell because of something that happened here. We have something like a trend line. You see, all the way here. What do? You close your sell here. You buy because of we have a trend line. You buy, but it was just a minor trend line because actually it was coming to an end because of we have a supply and demand here. It went all the way up here. Immediately when it gets here again, you sell, but you don't just trade this thing blindly, guys. Immediately when it gets here, you sell. Look, look what happened. All the way here, down here. There was no trend line here again, but we had a supply, not a supply, a support, and it's a support here. See, remember, the price always respect what it did previous. We have a support here. Our support was once a resistance here, so now it's a support. The price got back here. It tend to respect the support. It went back. It did not get here. Remember, I once told you that, guys. Once a long trade start with a breakout. Where was the breakout? The breakout was here. Where the price turned, it turned here. We have a supply here, supply and demand here. Let me just prove it to you. Let me just prove it to you. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Let's say you took an entry here. You sold it here. All the way down. You decided to close the sell here because of the what you call the support here. Close the sell here. You open a buy position. It came back here because of what happened previous. You close. It came back to our support. You buy. It came back to our supply and demand. You close the buy. You open the sell. Remember, the overall trend, it's a sell. You open a sell here all the way down. Okay, let me show you something again. We have a trend line here. We have a trend line. How to use a trend line? Okay, I think now you guys we can move this. Let me put it on top. Let me just put it here. Guys, trend line works the same as support and resistance. You see, how to confirm a trend line? To confirm if a trend line is valid, you need to confirm two touches. From here, all traders were not aware if we will have a trend line or not. But because of what happened here, it proves that we have a trend line. And because of this supply, made us realize that we have a trend line now because of this supply. You see, most of the traders took this one without realizing that it is now a trend line. They took it. So after taking it as a trade, we now have a trend line. Let's say none of these happened. We now have a trend line. How many touches? 1, 2. So now we draw a trend line, expecting that when the price returns to the trend line, it will just turn. Automatically, the price decided to come back to our trend line. What did it do? Just turned. Came here. And now, where are we currently? I'm just analyzing for you guys. I'm just analyzing for you. Where are we currently? We are here. You see? And we are here, guys. The reason why the price turned where it turned is because of what happened here before the price go to the trend line. Remember, a support once it is broken, a support once it is broken, it becomes a resistance. Look at this. It turned here. It came back here. A support once is a support once is a resistance once it is broken, it becomes a support. It turned here. See, from support to resistance. Now, because of the price reached our monthly support, it is now an uptrend. Why am I not taking any trade here? I'm waiting for a buy confirmation. I am I am willing to take a long trade, a long trade. If I get here, I'm expecting the price to end up here, and automatically the price will end up here. So the price is currently here now. Immediately when it gets here, I'm not just gonna sell. I will wait for the price to break this trend line. Once it breaks this trend line, I am going all in. I am going all in and buy it. So remember how a trend line works. Once a trend line is broken, it will come back and test. Remember, it was holding from here. It was holding from this side. Once it broke it, it will hold from this side. It works as support and resistance. Support this side, resistance this side. That's how a trend line works. For you to get a confirmation on how a trend line works, we need two confirmations. First touch, second touch. On a third touch, you sell, but you don't sell blindly. You don't just sell blindly. If I can go to daily, I can prove here that we have few confirmations before just taking a trade. Let me just make it clear for you and go to daily and prove what I'm talking about. Look at this. The price just turned here. On weekly, the price turned here. This is where the price turned on weekly. On weekly, the price turned here. Let's go to weekly. This is where the price turned on weekly. You see? Let's go back to daily. See what we have here. Sorry. See? Support all the way up. Broken, and it was broken here. It went all the way down. It came back again and came here. It came back again. You see? This proves us that this line is very important. It's very important. When the price get back to the line, we sell. It get back to the line here. You sell. Came back here. We also have an important line here, of which is gonna be our support. Remember, support all the way to resistance. Support all the way to resistance. So what we have now, we have a support and resistance here. I mean, we have a support and resistance. So from here, that's where we had a good confirmation on our trend line. We had a good confirmation on our trend line. We sold it here. Our take profit was here, and after taking the profit, what do? You buy. What happened? It went all the way back. to what? To our support. I mean, to our support and resistance. Since well, the support was broken here, it became a resistance this time. Remember, support once it's broken, it become a resistance. That is why now the price turned here on this one. That is why it came back and turned. Now I'm expecting the price to break it, and go all the way up. Hence I said it is now going up. The price is going up. I think we're done for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share, guys.